Welcome back. We talk about the degrading morality amongst the youth, and this new survey from the Times Higher Education rankings of university. 400 universities were ranked, and there was only worldwide, and there was only one university from Thailand. Just one university.
Which one was
from
that?
Thailand. The King Mongkut Thonburi University. Not even Chulalongkorn, not even Thammasat.
But on what basis were they graded?
They were graded on the basis of teaching, research, even income of the universities.
And Chula and Thammasat didn't get a mention?
Didn't get a mention. None. Only one Thai university was
That's
on
sad.
that. Perhaps because everyone's busy doing pictures on Facebook with their boobs or buying Louis Vuitton handbags.
That's really very sad because, at some part of our education system surely works. But this is showing from primary all the way through to university, it doesn't work.
Mahidol University was on the list last year, ranked about 350.
Yeah, exactly.
This year
Not at all.
To bring everybody on board, right? A lot of these surveys, how you rank a university in the world, really, is based upon the research of the professors. Are the professors going out there and learning new things? Are they doing papers? Are they doing reports? So obviously, professors in Thailand are not going out there and creating new things for their own mind to be able to teach the youngs again. This survey is an absolutely
You should wake up
call for
Sure
Thailand,
is.
right? That you have these major universities that we think are really, really good, and we're not even on par with, holy shoot, these universities that are going to be our competitors.
Singapore was on the list.
China
was on
and
the
this all
list.
goes back, it's the complete lack of caring for the well-being of our future generation. And it starts with educating them. When only one university in Thailand makes a list,
We have 500
list of
universities. Here.
400.
We have 500 universities
exactly.
in Thailand, but only one made it to the list.
where is this country going? We are creating a generation of stupids, right? And this is not good.
Well,
We're going into the AEC here in 3 years, right? Thailand should be the center of the universe for the AEC. The only problem is, what's going to happen? We can't be because we don't have the HR, the human resource, to be the center of the universe. And it starts off with this university ranking. This is so sad. And this should be a wake-up
With the
call.
language, with so
This should
many
be-
issues.
This should be a wake-up call to Chulalongkorn. This should be a wake-up call to Thammasat. This should be a wake-up call to everyone. We have got to increase the quality of the teaching
and
of our
teachers.
universities.
And teachers.
And teachers, and professors. You know what here you go. Don't throw things at the TV screen when I say things like this, okay? We have way too many PhDs here, right?
And
we have
it
a lot of
means
doctors.
zip.
We have a lot of PhDs. You know something? I don't know what that means. Everybody seems to be a PhD in Thailand. They don't seem to be able to teach anything. What's wrong with our country? When we have a lot of PhDs, but our universities are not ranked in the top 400. So obviously,
It's all about getting something behind your name. I mean, when I first came to Thailand, they asked me, "Oh, do you have a title?" It's like, isn't Valerie Mackenzie enough for you? No, you've got to have a title. Have you ever done anything? Did you do a doctorate? Yes. Oh, that's good. We can call you doctor. It's irrelevant. It's really, really irrelevant. The reality is that there are too many people going after degrees for the wrong reason. To have the title, but nothing here, because it's all by rote. It's all what they believe they can actually put out, churn out. But there's no in-depth thinking. There's no getting out of the box.
Yeah, and I think that's what the survey is saying
Yeah,
to you, because our universities are not teaching people to think. They're not going out there and doing researches. They're not creating anything new, right? And that's the problem. We're just teaching people to read books and become doctors or become PhDs. Guys, Bill Gates never graduated from university, by the way.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg doesn't either. But they went to Stanford,
Steve
they went to
Jobs, yeah,
Harvard.
exactly.
They did.
Which
These
are on
guys
the
went
list,
to
by the
university.
way.
Yeah. These guys,
Harvard
but
was
you know
number
what?
4, Stanford was number 2.
Because in their 1 or 2 years at being immersed in the Harvard culture and the Stanford culture, it allowed them to be who they are. They don't teach people that it's necessary to get a degree. They teach people to think. And our universities are not teaching people to think.
The problem, just to add to that more, Tom, is when actually many of the students who have the money go overseas to these universities, they get outside of the box. They actually start to think, they start to do things. But then they come back here.
And they're put inside the box
And
again.
they're put inside the box again. So it's like the rest of Thailand doesn't accept the depth of knowledge and the reality of what's going on. You can't generalize, of course, but again, there are so many restrictions here.
If you went out and asked, I'm sure, a Thai university student today, what's happening in the world, What's happening in Syria? What's happening in Turkey? What's happening in Libya? What's happening in Iraq?
Zero.
They probably couldn't tell me. If I asked them what's the newest line of bags of Louis Vuitton, boom!
Sure.
They're going to get it immediately,
That's true.
And that's sad, By the way, Louis Vuitton is not our new sponsor. We're not plugging them, okay?
But you're working on it.
Okay, let's move on to our last
but
topic.
let me just find this. The universities, this has got to be a wake-up call for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
We cannot lead if our students cannot think. We cannot continue to create a generation of stupids. Okay, let's smarten up.
Especially AEC, we've got to be there.
And by the way, a friend of mine just told me that, I'm going to go back on a little topic here, the Facebook breast thingy, right? A friend of mine just mentioned to me that Facebook now is a public company, so every picture you post can now be used without your consent. So be very careful.
Read the fine privacy policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the
Our last topic.
Yeah, 3G.
What's that?
3G.
What's that?
3G?
3G.
Three guys?
Third
Is that-
generation. Third generation mobile
Yes,
networks.
yes,
Third
yes.
generation mobile networks.
Can the camera catch my face again?
2 years ago. Wake up, Tom. 2 years ago, there was an auction that was aborted.
Yeah.
The auction was planned in some fancy Hua Hin hotel, and it was aborted. And on October 16, it's supposed to happen again in a much smaller scale with 3 bidders. But there is some case before the courts today to try to stop this auction.
Okay, let me quickly update everybody on this. So, right now you have 3 major telecom players in Thailand. You have
Right.
AIS, True, and DTAC. Okay?
None of them actually licensed.
Yeah,
They're
all of them
concessionaires.
all of them are concession under the TOT or the CAT.
TOT.
Right. With the new National Organization for Telecommunications coming out, they're saying the concessions are all gone. So now these companies have to actually bid for a licensed spectrum.
Which makes
a
sense
lot
for
of
them.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
them. Yeah.
But it's not an equal playing field, is it?
Well, it's good. It's good. It's good in the fact that we have these spectrums. These people now were able to supposedly now have these things forever, so they can make investments based upon the future. Obviously, people are thinking that the tariffs will be lower because now they don't have to pay a revenue share to TOT or CAT. The fundamental question on this is we're still talking about 3G. Why, as you said, right, Valerie?
Laos, yeah.
Laos has got 4G. I mean, what's wrong with us?
Yeah, Laos has got 4G. Vietnam has got 4G.
We're probably the last country. Even Myanmar has 3G.
Yeah.
Myanmar has?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And so the question is, on October 16th, will this be stopped again? What amazes me is we're still talking about this.
For so long.
This is
You'll be the laughing
unbelievable.
stock of the world.
This
man.
is unbelievable.
Laughing stock of the
3G helps. Every day we don't have 3G is something like 280 million baht in businesses that goes down the drain.
Yeah, there was a
Because of
survey.
lack of ability to use data.
It costs our economy greatly.
You know why? I'll go back to this. This is, again, a situation where it should not have been an issue. We should have had this auction a long, long time ago. The auction's going to happen now. Now you have one guy who is going out there trying to put a lawsuit in
Who is
saying...
he acting for, actually? One guy. Who is he acting for? He's
You know,
not
he's
acting
acting
for
for.
the rest of the people.
Look, I'm not going to mention his name. I know the guy. He's acting on behalf of his own ego again. I think the problem is nobody gave him a call and says, we're doing this, and he's probably saying, I want my name in the news. Look, if you want your name in the news, call me. I'll put your name in print.
But not for that reason.
Yeah, don't do it for that reason. Look, it may not be the perfect bidding situation, and that's what he's saying, right? The whole point is to not do this now would be a disaster for our country.
Yeah.
Let's be real. There are going only to be 3 major operators here. Duh. They're supposed to get the frequency, right?
Exactly.
The
Let
three-
them have it. By the way, for those who don't know, because I have been in the telecom field for a very long time, do you know that the tariff for using phones and data in Thailand is one of the cheapest in the world?
It is.
We're
It is.
actually very, very cheap. I mean, 650 baht for unlimited data
Yeah, it's
on your
incredible.
mobile. It's incredibly cheap.
It's cheap because you don't get the quality of service.
Right.
You're not on a full 3G
That's
network.
right, you're only on
right?
par.
You're on a par
So
3G
by the
network.
time this thing airs next week, we're going to find out whether this goes on or not go on. To all of our expats friends out there, look, I truly believe the courts will wake up this time
Let's
and
hope
say
so.
enough is enough.
Yeah, yeah. The
And
networks are congested now. We need new networks. We need operators who have a long-term.
But this is a political
right
issue, so
to
whether we
operate
like
and
it or
invest
not.
in new networks.
Yeah.
It's like we have a lot of roads. We have a lot of cars now. We have a lot of people.
So
with
as
phones on
the
roads.
courts did not take the rice scheme situation to consider, I think this is another one where they should actually just
Sure.
say, let it go. Let's go have a bid, and maybe one day, your child can enjoy.
Or grandchild.
3G.
enjoy
3G.
Okay.
You need to do something, I can assure you.
Yeah. Well, better do it before it's too late.
For sure.
Right. Okay. With that, we will end today's show. Thank you for watching, and you can get in touch with us on Facebook, facebook.com/thetopics. So, thank you, Valerie, for joining us,
welcome.
and Tom for
But
sharing.
when you do get in
your
touch with us,
insights.
Facebook, do not send your breast pictures, okay?
Yeah, no, we will delete them. And Tom's phone number
You
is
will
not
delete
on
them.
our Facebook page.
You will delete them. Maybe not, Tom.
Nobody calls me. Nobody calls me. I'm lonely.
See you next time. Thank you.